Right. Art Wall, tape 9.
Welcome to. Oh, I should take my book back from you. welcome to the Art Wall tapes.
Thank you. I'm very, very happy to be here.
We were just saying it's taken us what 3 tries?
Yeah, we've had to reschedule this a few times. I mean, we nearly didn't happen today as well because the Manchester Public and the Manchester buses.
The B Network.
Yeah, it wasn't working for us.
So you cancelled first.
Yeah.
And then I cancelled. And then your buses were last time, and then here we are.
And now we've done it.
Fourth time lucky.
Yes.
Who are you? You can tell me, or you can tell the camera. Up to you.
Yeah, I'll tell you.
Oh my god, I love that for me.
Hi, I'm Mollie.
Oh my god, that's for me.
Yeah, so I'm Mollie. I'm a musician. I write my own music. Kind of, it's a mishmash between jazz and soul and funk and pop and maybe some indie. I don't know, it's a big mixture of a lot of different things. Yeah.
To be fair, I feel like if I were to just describe your music, it would just be fun. Like your music is so fun.
Thank you. Yeah, I strive to have fun on stage, and I also hope that all my musicians in my band and everyone is also having fun.
Yeah.
And they've said they have, so unless they're lying to me,
they actually will just hate you.
Yeah, they don't like the music at all. No. Yeah. I hope everyone just has fun with it.
Like your recital was just like fun. It was so fun.
Thanks. I enjoyed it a lot.
Were you nervous?
Yes and no. I used to get really bad performance anxiety. I don't struggle with it as much anymore, but because it was an exam and because it was the final thing of my degree, it was a bit nerve-wracking and all of that. But yeah, I was just super excited to kind of do it. And I was so sad when it was done that it was over. But the beautiful thing is that we've done it now, so I can just go and take it and just do a show somewhere else, which is the beauty of live music.
Did you get because I feel like the past 4 big performances that I've had the past month or so, once I've done them, it doesn't feel like I've done them.
Yeah, it's a bit. Do you ever feel anticlimactic after it? It's oh, it's done. Now what?
Even my recital, you can ask me oh, did you do a recital? I was like, no. I mean, yes, but
do you black out? You're just not present.
I must do because I don't. But I know when I'm for example, Marla yesterday, I was definitely in it at the time, but now I'm I don't remember any of it except I know that I cried the entire last page. But that was it.
Bless you. Yeah. I feel that. I've had a few final performances where I've had to remind myself to be present, to enjoy it, and to kind of go, okay, just embrace the fact that this is happening.
Yeah.
I mean, we had the last Turtle Park gig the other day in Manchester for a while.
Wow.
And obviously they're all very close in my heart, and I love them, the 3 of them. And it was really, they were doing the last song. It was okay, hold it together, just enjoy it. It's gonna happen.
Same recital. I almost cried at every single recital I watched.
Oh, me too.
It was hard not to. Yeah. You know, there was a heckler yesterday at Marla.
Someone was heckling.
Yeah.
Who was heckling?
So oh my god, sorry, this is a bit of a sidetrack. We'll get back onto it. So we finished the Marla. Everyone played. There was loads of applause, whatever. And there was a lot of clapping and clap, whatever. And then Anthony Hammers, the conductor, he was going to say a quote by Wagner saying something about music isn't music unless it's done without passion, or music has to be done with passion, or something like that. And someone up in the top balcony or stalls was just let the music speak for itself. And we were all dude.
Yeah, you've ruined that.
Dude, what the
You've
fuck?
ruined the ambience there.
And
done that.
And it was just it was weird.
Yeah.
You know? But anyways.
I would never have the balls to do that.
If I think I would maybe subtly say to my friend after concert, once we walked 100 meters in the opposite direction, maybe you could have talked less, but I wouldn't have gone
shout it out.
Yeah.
Some people.
That was insane. And half the stage was crying and suddenly there's this heckler and we're all what the fuck?
His mate.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Anyways, so back to the actual
Yes.
do you have any nicknames? And if you don't, what would they be?
I do. I have so many nicknames. We've got, okay, I'll list them off for you. Are you ready? So the pretty simple ones is like Mole and Moles. Then we've got Swain. Some people just call me Swain by my nickname.
Just Swain, yeah.
The longest one's got to be Swaino. That's people nickname me that in like year 7, and then it's just stuck the whole way through. More recent ones are Moles Big Bowls or Big Bowls Moles. And then Barry Big Balls or Barry. So those are my nicknames.
It was like, I think when Emil was here, he was like, his dad's, no, Steg started calling him Brian, and now he's just Brian. So you are Barry.
This is the thing, but isn't it weird with like with Stegs, you can't call him by his real name. No, it's Stegs.
He is Freddie Stegs.
Yeah.
Also, I think with like Jack Critchlow is also Jack Critchlow.
Yeah.
And you are saying you're Mollie Swain.
I've had people say this. People are like, you've got a full name.
Yeah, you do. Whereas like Naya is Naya.
Naya.
And Owen's Owen.
Yeah, for sure.
But you are Mollie Swain.
I've just thought of another nickname that my dad gave me when I was younger, and he still gives it to me now. I was like I was like the little 3-year-old, very energetic, like little baby. And I'd always like just be climbing on my dad and like hanging off him. And then so he called me Minky, like monkey, but like Minky. And then that's always stuck.
That's really sweet.
So just I remembered that one as well.
That's quite cute.
But yeah, that's my longest nickname actually. That one.
Is your artist name also just Mollie Swain?
Yeah, I think it's. I always thought about maybe trying to incorporate my middle name, which is Elizabeth.
Yeah.
But I feel like loads of people have
Mollie Swain.
Whoa.
Trademark.
Guys.
Copyright.
You heard it here first.
On the podcast, Mollie Swain.
I always thought about like Lizzie Swain or like Beth Swain or like Mollie Elizabeth.
Yeah.
Which that would be cool. But I just think Mollie Swain,
it's just so nice.
It's, it's who I am. I struggled with my name growing up. I'm pretty sure, as a lot of people did, they're like, I hate my name so much. But I've recently, like over the years, and I've matured, and I feel like I've grown into my name, and I'd never want to be anything other than Mollie Swain. Even if I get married, sorry, future spouse, I will be Mollie
Swain something.
I don't think I would hyphen it. I think I would just be Mollie Swain.
Yeah,
I'm very proud to be a Swain. Where I love my family so much, and we are all very, very strong people. And it's like, I want to be a Swain.
Maybe your husband could take your name.
Maybe.
Or whoever partner.
Yeah. Maybe. Yeah. That'd be cool. Yeah. Turn you into
I don't know if I'd want to part with my surname. It's kind of cool.
Yeah. But I always struggle to pronounce your surname because like the S and the Z and the
it's
C.
Zetto.
I know, but it's like, it confuses me.
A lot of people think it's Hungarian because the S at E.
Yeah.
So there have been some times where I've had like maybe interviews or whatever, if I'm not meeting someone for the first time, or if I'm meeting someone for the first time, sorry, I'll get there and they're like, oh, I thought you were going to be Hungarian. And I was like,
So where is it? Where is your last name
It's from Cantonese.
Oh, is it?
Hong Kong, yeah.
Yeah.
So if you say it in Cantonese, it's actually Sito. So my dad always calls me Jeanette Sito, Sito. I just think Jeanette Zetto, like Jeanette Zet. It just kind of flows a bit more.
Yeah, it's a good, like, is that a pretty unique name, or is that quite a common name?
I think so. I tried to change my Instagram username to Jeanette Zeta, and I couldn't because this really random old lady in, I don't know where, some old Chinese lady has it. She's got 0 followers. And I really want Jeanette Zetto. I think I used to have Jeanette Zetto. Yeah. And then I was like, I want to be edgy, and I changed it to Jeanette Zetto.
As in like
Juhnet Zetto.
That's brown.
And then I was like, I wanted to change it back, but I couldn't because this old lady is taking it.
Oh my god.
And now it's Jeanette Hy Zetto.
Yeah.
But it's fine.
This bloody old lady.
But I also want to change it to Jeanette, but obviously someone's taking Jeanette. Jeanette. To be fair, I don't know how I managed to get Mollie.Swain, my Instagram handle. It's like, actually, when I was trying to redo my Instagram handle, I was looking at everyone's and I was like, how have they managed to just get name?
How have people got this?
Yeah.
Like, it's crazy. Maybe people are paying for it.
Or to be fair, I think some of them have had their usernames for like years.
Yeah, I can't remember if I changed my Instagram handle ever, but or maybe it's always just been Mollie.Swain.
Yeah, I remember mine when I was, oh my god, in school. You see, Jay was here.
Jay
Like,
was
Jay
here.
underscore was under here.
Oh my god, I love it.
Oh my god, cringy. Anyways, enough about me. Music-wise,
Yes,
influences.
Oh, massive. So, my biggest influence is actually a name that you probably won't know, but you will know her voice. So it's Louise Claire Marshall.
Mm-hmm.
She is just an insane musician. She is an insane songwriter as well. She's got 2 albums. Both of them are fantastic. Unfortunately, they're not on any streaming platforms, so you have to get the CD. I quite like that.
Are they on YouTube?
No, there are some of her songs that are kind of floating about here and there.
Was it Louise Claire Marshall?
Claire Marshall, yeah. But she has been on tour with Jules Holland. She does stuff with Jules Holland all the time. She's been on tour with Dave Gilmour, and there is a video on YouTube of her arrangement in 3-part harmony of Great Gig in the Sky, backing vocals, and I think she just took it to Dave Gilmour and was like, hey, this is like something I've done, and he went, right, we're doing this. But the biggest thing that you will probably know her for, do you know the tune, oh, you see the face of burning fashion?
That's her?
Dun, 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 dun. That's her singing it.
I see.
But yeah, she is one of my biggest inspirations, because we've both had a similar kind of career. Obviously, she's a generation ahead of me, but she attended Chet's. She attended Cheetham School of Music and Guildhall, doing classical piano, and then at the end of her final recital, kind of put the lid down on the piano. Was like, right, I'm done with that. I'm gonna go be a singer and go do backing vocals and writing her albums and everything. And I just think that happened to me kind of because I obviously come from a classical background, and then decided that, yeah, I kind of was like, this is not for me anymore. I want to go and write my own music. So she's my biggest inspiration. And then other ones musically, as like Corinne Bailey Rae, Eloise, Ray as well. Someone came up to me after my 3rd year recital, and it was actually the biggest compliment I've ever received from anyone. And I came out of my recital and they said that was like watching a Ray show.
Oh my god!
I was like,
what a compliment! Yeah.
Cheers. But yeah, women are my influences.
I love women. I love women.
There are other musical influences, and it's just kind of the music that I grew up listening to.
Yeah.
And that being like Stevie Wonder, Earth, Wind and Fire, Billy Joel, the Beatles. Yeah, probably those. Those are the ones that come to mind.
Yeah.
But at first, but yeah.
Because you started on the classical course.
Yeah, I did.
I feel like quite a few people on this podcast I've talked to about being classical and then going forward, like
and they're all incredible musicians.
Charlotte,
Owen. Does Owen come from
I think he said that. Oh, this is preview. I think
sneak peek?
I think he said that he'd like done choir in schools, and stuff like that. I'm not sure about who have I interviewed. There's only been 10 people.
Gret?
I can't remember if Gret did classical or not. Anyways, sorry. Beside the point, you started on classical.
Yes, I did. So we've mentioned Cherts a lot. I went to Cherts. Well, no, actually.
Did you play the violin?
Yes. So my first thing I ever did was play violin since I was about 5 or 6. Took that all the way until I was 18. And then when I started at RNCM as a classical singer, it kind of took a step back. from that. But I miss it so much. I do just want to get my violin out and marry my best friend. She also plays violin, so we were just like,
Oh my god,
we would just do some duets together. Like that would just be fun. But yeah, started off at RNCM as a classical singer, which is great, and I love it. And the past year I was in chamber choir, because I just kind of wanted that reconnection with my roots, and also it's in university life you can get so sucked into the microcosm of like everything that's going on, and especially in a uni and / conservatoire as small as RNCM, it's so worth just like going and just doing other things and seeing different people to everyone that you see usually every day. So yeah, doing chamber choir, it was nice because it's like community, singing with other people, and yeah, it's just my roots as well, going back to all of that. Yeah.
So I always find it really nice when I go do pop stuff. It's just so different. But I always think there's a really big divide between RNCM musicians and other Manchester musicians. And like there's like a tiny little Venn diagram, like link. For example, like Lily Holland Frick knows absolutely everyone.
This is so weird. Like she's not the
cellist.
She's the cellist. Okay.
She graduated 2 years ago. Last year.
I know the name, but I can't put a face to the name.
Yeah, but she's super cool cellist. And she knows all the RNCM musicians and all the people outside of RNCM, which is impressive. Because I feel like it's usually one or the other. Yeah. But no, it is nice to like go experience something.
I had this really weird, like, kind of on the back of that. I was just walking around with my friends the other day, and someone was like, "Oh, is that who I think it is?" I was like, "No, actually, that's this person." It's like I realised I know too many people. That is not correct. But I realised that I know too many people. It's like I could walk on in Manchester, and I reckon within 10 minutes I would find someone that I know.
Really?
Oh yeah. I don't
think I could do that definitely within RNCM. I used to play this game with Aaron Peters. Actually, he played the game because I wasn't actually participating, but he was like, we're going to try and see if you can get 1 minute without saying hi to someone. And we actually couldn't do it. We actually couldn't do it. And I didn't think I was that bad.
I would not be able to do that. But I'm just too chatty. I could get on with a brick wall.
To be fair, you do talk a lot. But in a good way. Not like you talk a lot and I hate it.
I feel like I just have loads of information and I just want to let people know.
Do you know what your MBTI is?
Yes, ENFP.
Oh my god, I'm ENTJ.
Are you?
Yeah.
So we were doing this the other day, and it was like, apparently INFP is like the rarest type. That's the mediator, right?
I think so.
So we were doing some research, and Mary, she's INFP, and she was like, it's the rarest one, and then we did it, and like half the people got INFP. Everybody else got ENFP.
To be fair, because I used to be, actually, what did I used to be? I think when I was a kid, I used to be ENFP, or like, I think I used to be ENFP. Because I was so chatty as a kid.
I could not be introverted if I tried. I would just explode. I just have all of this passion. Honestly, it's passion. That's where it comes from.
What is the ENFP kind of, what's the name for it?
Campaigner.
Yeah. Come
on, guys.
That makes so much sense.
Let's do it together.
I feel like that makes so much sense.
Yeah. But because I did it years ago, and then we were talking about it, and I hadn't redone it, and I thought, okay, I'm going to do it again.
Has it
I'm going to be
Really? What, really?
I've not changed in about 10 years. That's slightly worrying.
It's not worrying, but that's quite impressive, because mine's changed 3 times.
Because I was doing it, and when it was like loading, I was like, oh no, it's going to be something horrendous. It's going to be so different.
Yeah.
Do you ever see the memes of the like MBTI memes?
Yeah.
And I always love seeing my one, just the outrageously rogue one.
They make
yeah,
my
that's something
one
I would
so
do.
mean.
No!
Mine's like the mean one that no one likes.
Which one's yours? Are you an analyst?
It's like the commander or something like that.
Is it a purple one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's the like businesswoman CEO one, which low-key
I think this is valid.
it does make sense, but it puts us across as like really mean people that like don't listen to.
I don't know.
I feel like I do listen to people.
I think it's like, we're gonna get this done and we're gonna do it efficiently, and that's that.
And I feel like it's also like, I look at things like very realistically. Like if it's not gonna work, it's not gonna work.
Yeah.
Obviously, which we can try, but like.
Yeah. You're a very busy woman. You're a get it done woman, which I admire so much, because I'm so away with the fairies, and I'm like, I want to do this and I want to do this and do this, and nothing ever gets done. But
sometimes it's nice to do, because then you just have like endless ideas.
Yeah.
And then you can kind of just.
It's a bit crazy up here sometimes.
Yeah, we're musicians, of course.
Well, yeah.
I feel like whoever's watching this podcast is probably also likely to be a little bit bonkers. No offense. Anyways, in terms of gigs that you've done,
yes,
what do you think has been your favorite? It can be this year, or it can be just in your life. Up to you.
So I've done loads of gigs, and when people ask me about like what my favorite gigs are, I always have to try and differentiate between the classical stuff and the pop stuff that I've done.
Yeah, okay.
Because when, like, one of the last things, so I was part of the BYO, Bristol Youth Orchestra, and one of the last things that we did was Marla 1.
We did that last year.
I know. One of the last ones I did was Marla 1, and that was fantastic. We also did Shoss 5. And like, it was brilliant. And we did Sibelius 2. And that's where I found my love for Sibelius. And I loved performing all of them and learning all of them. So I think classically, just like maybe those 3 are like my favorite symphonies that we've ever played. But on the pop side of things, I've been involved in doing backing vocals for Mr. Wayne Ellington.
Oh, did you do the one, was it a few days ago? Last week?
No, I didn't do that one, but that looked phenomenal.
Yeah,
like all the videos that I've seen from it, that looks great. But me and Mary, who will undoubtedly be mentioned multiple times throughout this episode, we did backing vocals for Wayne at Band on the Wall during around Christmas, so doing the Manchester Christmas Gospel, and we had special guest Miss Beverly Knight. We got to sing with Beverly Knight, and we met her, and she was just like this ball of energy and just positivity, and everybody else on that stage was bringing it, and it was so fun. So I think that, other than my own stuff, that's gonna be one of my highlighted gigs. And then I always love performing my music. I can't pick one gig out that I've done, because I write music mainly as a coping mechanism to kind of process emotions and deal with a lot of things that are going on. But I also write for other people. I write, and I want people to kind of take it how it means for them. There are so many songs that I've written that are about one thing that sound like it's about something completely different, and then maybe an external person can take it and interpret it as a third thing. And that's what I love about music. So I don't think I've got a favorite gig of mine where I've done my originals just yet, but I'm sure it'll come. I'm sure there will be one that's that was amazing.
We talked about this the other day, about the videos that you did at the yard. Are you going to post them?
Yes. I think what I'm going to do is record it and then release them as like acoustic versions or like promo versions. And I mean, my music is quite acoustic anyway. It's quite live recording vibes. That's kind of what I go for anyway. But do you know what? Yeah, maybe I should just post one. Maybe I should just do it and just see what happens. Yeah, exactly.
Is there a reason why you prefer? Well, I guess maybe it comes from a classical background, like just like live over like production.
I think it's
or more production. I guess.
I think it's. I don't know if it comes from a classical thing, or maybe it does. But I'm in lots of aspects of my life, I'm quite traditional. And I put that in quote marks because it's like, as a broad term, I kind of like the DIY feel of like, this is an instrument that can make this sound, pair it with this, and then you can create that. And I'm very much for the, like, I don't know.
No, I feel.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I do.
Instead of, I'm just not very like tech savvy. I can't. You see, some people like Jack Critchlow. He would just do it, and they're like, "What do I press?"
Yeah.
But I mean, give me a manuscript, like some manuscripts and a pencil, and I can write for days.
Well, on that topic, because you write all your string and horn lines, which are insane. Like, as someone who is a string arranger, and I'm not gonna lie, I do judge harshly on string arrangements. Yours are incredible.
Oh, thanks, Jeanette.
Yeah.
I think so. I'd never really done it before, but I'm like your stereotypical eldest daughter, like firstborn daughter. That's like, I'm gonna do it. I don't need anyone's help. I'm gonna be able to do it myself.
Yeah.
And I just kind of thought, you know, pulling back on the influences, especially Earth, Wind and Fire and their horn lines and their horn
I can
writing.
See that,
that's like the music. That's music that I've listened to since I was a baby, like since I was not even one. It was music that was always just going on, and I've never got bored of it. And there's just, you know, when you get into the groove of something and you go in and you're singing and then there's horns coming, it's like, I want to write that. I want to evoke that emotion in people, and I want to get people dancing, get people feeling things, thinking things. And there's not many other people that are kind of using horns and strings in that way currently, I think.
No, I think like not compared to how it used to be.
Yeah.
Well, because if you think of like the big bands, like from the 1930s, 40s.
Well, yeah, kind of.
Whatever, like
we think about like Glenn Miller, right? Yeah. So that was
it's
all
incredible, and I feel like, and obviously there's so much we can do with technology now, and it's all amazing, but also I mean, again, obviously I'm a bit biased, but instruments.
Yeah. I just think it's and there's absolutely no disrespect to producers, because I am amazed by some of the things that they do. It's like, I don't know how you're doing that. I think just for me personally, I want to highlight and embrace natural talent. And it's like, if someone can be given a bit of wood with a bow, and then they can produce some amazing sounds, and like just from vibrations from your lips through a bit of metal. And it's like, you can create this whole thing. It's like having the live thing happening there. For me, I just think it's brilliant, but it's also just really nice to perform on stage with so many people and just kind of have the shared experience.
It's the energy you get.
Exactly. And watching back some of the videos from my recital and the videos that we did at the Yard and all of that, people just do look like they're enjoying themselves, and it's really nice. And it's like we're a family on stage. It's like we're all supporting each other, we're all in it together, and we're all here so that we can do a great job and put on a great show. And I think with the industry changing as much as it is, because it is, and that's going to do whatever, I'm so determined to like stick to my guns and be like, no, this is what I'm doing.
Yeah.
This is how I will do it.
I think that's good because it's your voice. Like, I think there are quite a lot of artists these days who are doing, especially with TikToks, like it's very easy to get carried away with what you think people will like rather than being true to yourself. Yeah,
I've found that the thing is that I'm going to sound like I'm bigging myself up. I kind of am.
As you should. As you should. Do it.
But people have people have come up to me and said that they've had like this was their favorite song or this one was their favorite song. And I love that there is variety and difference between my music, and that you know, other people recognize that and they can connect with a specific song in their own way. Some of the times if I'm hearing some of the things that are coming out recently, you know, some of the stuff that's in the charts, it's like, this sounds like 5 of your other songs, you know. It's like I never want to write a song that sounds the same as one of my others. And I don't think I have yet, which is great. But I mean, there's similar vibes. Well,
of course, because you've written them. But
yeah.
Also, going back to the topic of like production, like instruments, like it really annoys me when I hear MIDI strings. But not like chord MIDI strings, because I'm kind of like, I mean, obviously you'd rather get a string section, but like that makes sense. But when I hear like solos, like so there's one song I can literally think of, I can hear it in my head. I can't remember what song it is, but it's by this Korean singer who I absolutely love. But they've got like a cello solo in the middle of their song, and you can just
tell this.
Well, obviously I can tell because I'm a strings player, and obviously you would be able to. It's so MIDI, and I'm like, this would have been so much better if it was just an actual person.
Get a cello in. I think I support, and I'm such an advocate for using people over technology because it's taken over, and it's gonna make
like AI art, and
it's gonna make like, well, I was gonna say it's gonna make jobs redundant, but have you seen the AI like in the arts? Sometimes it's
like people think it's on like only a thumb and like fingers.
Have you seen like the AI gymnastics and like AI dancing? I think we're fine for now. Hopefully. But with this uprise of technology and kind of giving a job to a computer when you could just give it to a person and give them life experience and motivation and something to do, and I think that's where I lie.
But to be fair, even like, you know, when you go onto like a shopping website and they've got a little chat assistant, obviously for some things I understand like having AI is so easy, so it's like helpful because it means you don't have lots of customers being like, how do I place an order? Like, you know, go to your shopping basket, place order. But there are some times where I've had like issues with my or genuine, like not issues of like, oh, it hasn't arrived yet, and it has, but like actual like genuine issues. Like it's taking double payment or something, and I go to AI chat assistant, and I'm like, hey, buddy, can I talk to a real person? And they're like, what can I help you with today? And I'm like, no, I need like an actual person.
You're not real.
You cannot use it. And then you tell them the issue, and they're like, oh, I'm really sorry. Have you tried like turning off and on and off again? I'm like, of course I have.
It's always, do you ever get in like the loop of sending a message? It's like, try calling customer service. Customer service is like, try speaking to the thing. It's like, what? Someone give in, please.
Oh I had an issue with Revolut recently. I was trying to log into my account, but it was under my mum's name, but my email. And we just couldn't log in. So I spent ages talking to them to be like, hey, this is my mum's account. She's in London. Can I just delete the account and then I'll make a new one? Whatever. And they're like, try speaking to the other service team you like log in and do forget password, you can do that all there.
Mm.
They were like, why don't you speak to our help team? Go back to the help team. No, you need to go.
Yeah, no.
Oh my god, pissed me off. And those are real people actually. That pissed me off. I feel like I'm one of those people that always tries to be nice.
Yeah.
Like I'm always like, hey Gorge, how's it going? Hope you're having a lovely day. Can I get some help? But I was getting so frustrated with them.
Trust me, I've been there. It's like, and you know, as someone who's like worked in hospitality and worked in customer service, it's like you do just want to be kind to them, because at the end of the day they can't help. Like they're on a script. They were only doing what they're being told to do. But it's also like, will you just take some initiative and just help me, please?
Yeah. It's like, if you actually read what I've sent you, it does tell you everything.
Yeah. Yeah.
Funnily enough.
So you've asked me a question. It's in the second line. Just read. Yeah.
It's like sending messages to guys. It's like you send them 3 questions in one paragraph. They answer one. And then you're like, okay, great.
And it's the least important one.
I know. And then they just ignore
It's like, what about the others? Hello, answer, please. Yeah. No.
Terrible.
Fully.
Yeah. On that note, do you want to do what's in my bag?
Yes.
I feel like this is a good time. Okay.
We've got some interesting things. Let me get my trusty Unite Students bag. This is from first year. It's just been kind of sitting. But to be fair, my other bag broke, so I had to it just started ripping here, so I had to chuck everything in here. Okay, what to start with? Well, I wouldn't be a very good singer if I didn't have my trusty bottle of water.
Sorry, do you mind if I?
Yeah, go for it.
That's a nice water bottle.
It's quite satisfying.
It's quite aesthetic.
Do you know what though? I'm so lazy that I really can't stand water bottles that are like this. I really want one with a straw, because it's just the effort to
also, like the feel of a straw. Like I feel I would drink more if I had a straw.
Yeah. No,
I get that.
I like having a straw, because all you have to do is just like,
real.
Okay, an iconic Mollie Swain thing is you can always guarantee that I'm going to have a claw grip.
Yeah.
So there's 1, there's 2. We might find some more in a bit. We'll have a look. This is what's in my bag. So
that's so cool.
It's a book. By the way, best, like one of the.
I was gonna say, is it Sarah J. Maas? I saw the cover and I was like, it's gotta be
one of the best series that I have read.
I haven't read any of them.
I have been, to be fair, I have not read this book in a while, because it's been quite busy. But she's sitting so nicely in this little crochet book holder with a little leaf on it. And I made this. I'll make you one.
Are you serious?
I made it.
Because every time I bring a book in, oh my god, every time I bring a book in my bag,
it gets like dogged, right? And ruined. Yeah. I'll make you one of these. Well, what I want to do because there's 5 books in each of she's bringing out a 6th.
Yeah.
Exciting times. But each of them are a different colour, so I want to make a different
for each
with
one.
the corresponding colour.
That's cute.
So that's in there. I've got my lead sheets for my originals, and then I'll show you the funniest thing. I'll show you the funniest thing. So because I just needed to start writing these out just so I could give them to my bandmates, I didn't have any scrap paper, so I went I was at my mum and dad's at the time, and I went into the the office and just grabbed some paper. Now my mum's a primary school teacher, so on the back of some of these you've got primary school maths questions.
You should have done them. Why haven't you done them yet?
I cut my pizza in half, then half again. I've eaten 3 slices. And the question is, the children below have 1 whole pizza each. Draw number lines to show which children have eaten the same amount of pizza.
You should get your bandmates to fill those out before they do the song.
This is the test to see if you can be in the band.
Yeah, exactly.
But, so I've, funnily enough, pulled out Delusion, which is a band favourite. I just wanna write a song for you. Those of you who know, if you know, you know. They'll know.
True fans will know.
But yeah, the true Mollie Swain original fans will know. So yeah, that's another thing that I've got in my bag, which is pretty trusty, pretty useful.
That's quite good though.
Yeah. Something on par with that is gonna be my microphone, wherever she is. Should be in here. Oh, another hair grip, just different sizes.
God, that's so cute.
Baby one.
I need to get some more small ones.
They're so cute. I love doing like a little half up, half down moment.
My favorite one is just broken.
No,
it's still usable, but like you can see that like a little bit's come off at the end there.
Don't these like this is broken. These break all the time. Yeah, every singer, because you never know. An SM58 can come in handy.
I've got one as well in my bag over there.
You never know when you might need to just like break out into song. And then also just a horribly, probably frustrated after a rehearsal, chucked. I've got so many things falling out. Chucked my cable in my bag, but that is horror. I've also got my diva glasses. That's what I call my diva glasses, because they're so big. Oh my god, they're great.
I love big glasses.
I love big glasses.
I could not survive without big glasses.
But yeah, my diva glasses. And then this is a pen with a dinosaur on it that Naya got for me, actually.
Is that from Kenji?
It was, I don't know where she got it from. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's from Kenji. Of course it is. But so I did backing vocals for her in her recital, right? And it was me and two other people, Izzy and Zoe. And she got 3 pens, each of them were different, and she was like, I just thought these fit your personalities really well. And honestly, she got it spot on. Like,
that is pretty spot
she got it spot on. What else have I got? You've got a little digital camera.
Oh, that's so cute. Can I see?
Yeah, I think she's dead right now. This was just a face mask.
I was going to say, why have you got a face mask?
I was just walking in Piccadilly Gardens and this girl came up just like, you should take this. Thanks. What are you saying?
Still being very Manchester themed.
Yeah.
Face mask.
But chamomile and honey. So should be nice. But that's been in there for a while. And then what else? Oh, another hair grip. Another claw grip.
Many in your bag.
I live by them. They're my staple, my signature. And then just headphones. And that's pretty much it. Everything else in here is a bit boring. Like Vaseline. I've got 2 Vaselines.
2?
Yeah, because am I feeling cocoa butter? I'm always feeling cocoa butter.
I love cocoa butter.
It's the best one.
I literally sat my body in cocoa butter after a shower. It's like the best thing ever.
It's so good. I love. And then this is a bit weird. Oh, a toothbrush and a pencil.
Great.
Because
why do you have a toothbrush?
Hey.
Yeah, okay, Faz.
You just gotta always be prepared. Scouts on always be prepared. And then AirPods that haven't been charged for about a year, and I've lost one of them.
Okay, you only have one. Have you seen those like that TikTok things like, are you a type A or type B girl?
Yeah, I can't figure out which one I am, because sometimes I feel like I'm both, but you're going to tell me right now which one I am.
I always can't remember which one's which.
Yeah, but I'm definitely the manic one.
I think it's just the wire that's giving.
Yeah, this is just going straight back in. I'll deal with that. Next time I'm going to need it. But yeah, that's kind of what's in my bag.
That's fun.
And I feel like you could quite easily tell like my 2 favorite colors from looking here, and also at what I'm wearing.
I literally could not.
You're being dead serious.
Yeah, so serious. Yeah,
but yeah. Oh, there's something on that. I don't know.
Like greens and blues like suit you really, really well.
I hope so. I've always loved blue, and then like only recently kind of discovered I liked green.
Yeah,
and it went. But yeah, that's what's in my bag. What's your favorite thing that was in my bag?
I think it's the book holder.
Yeah.
I really love the book holder.
She's cute, right? But I'll make you one.
Can you actually?
Yeah,
that's so sweet.
It'll take me like a day to make.
Oh my god,
like a few hours. Cute. But yeah, I crocheted it.
Are they like granny squares that you just like do together?
So I made 6 and then just kind of put them together, made a little border there and then a little leaf. But it's, I mean, it's kind of falling apart a bit. I mean, you've got like these loose ends, but that's pretty much because it just gets abused in my bag.
I wish I could crochet, but I'm not that type of creative. So
do you know what? I just find it really nice. I'm always I need to do something with my hands like all the time. Otherwise, I just kind of go a bit crazy. So if I'm just sat there, I'm just like watching telly or like having a conversation, and then a few days later, I have a blanket. It's like...
I feel like that also fits your vibe really well. Like I can see you as someone who crochets, whereas if you imagine me crocheting, I feel like that's really not on brand.
I would have really thought that you would have been into all of that. Yeah, I mean, because you're very like artistic. You've got all of this. You do your tattoos and everything.
Yeah, I mean, but I feel like I'm an ink painter and drawer rather than a crocheter.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
I don't think I could see myself crocheting.
I've tried to start learning how to knit.
Yeah,
that's been hilarious because it's easier than crochet. It is, but that's where I kind of trip myself up because I expect it to be harder.
Oh, okay.
But
you're like overcomplicating it.
Yeah, it's like, but what's going on? And all you have to do is stab, strangle. you go like go through, around, under, off, throw it off. It's like stab it, strangle it, scoop out its guts and throw it off a cliff.
That's nice, isn't it? Lovely imagery. To be fair, I feel like very very on brand with some of my paintings.
I love it. But yeah, that was what was in my bag.
I think you're just full of surprises.
Yeah.
Which actually brings us on to the fun. You said facts. You have some fun facts.
I guess my most fun fact is that I grew up in South Africa.
No
which
way.
A lot of people know this. Like there'll be people that are watching this right now going, "Oh, she always says this. She's on it again."
You know, I was actually going to ask you, where are you from? Because I don't actually know.
Well, so kind of, it's not complicated. It's just like not straightforward. So I was born in Manchester, North Manchester General Hospital. Very proud Mike Union. And then when I was really, really young, I don't remember moving over, but we flew over to South Africa and we were living there for about 3-4 years in Durban. And my dad, who's a musician, he's a bass trombonist, was playing with the Joburg Phil, I'm pretty sure. So yeah, we were living over there, and the first accent I ever had was South African. So that's where my love for accents came from, because I've got a really malleable voice. Cause like, I guess that's where like the good singing comes from. Well, good singing, hopefully. Yeah. And I love doing accents and impressions and all of that. And I think it's because I moved around so much as a kid. So was over in South Africa, and my little sister was born in South Africa. Then we moved back to Manchester. Then we moved down south, like South Gloucestershire, so halfway between Bristol and Gloucester. And then when I was 16, which was 6 years ago, I moved back up here for chats. And then I've been up here with the exception of COVID. I mean, that threw a spanner in the works for everyone. But yeah, I was down at living with my mum and dad over COVID. But other than that, I've been up here for the past 6 years.
Wow. What are you doing next year? Are you here?
So I'm going back down south for a bit. I'm gonna work. I'm gonna just teach and everything. I'm gonna try and get singing, violin, piano. I'm luckily can teach all of them, so that's nice. I might actually go back to my old secondary school and do like one-on-one teaching there. That would be quite bizarre.
Yeah.
But I also want to get into voice acting and kind of doing stuff like that. I think that would be really interesting. But other than that, I'm going to hopefully move back up to Manchester in the next few months. Just need to live rent-free for a bit. But yeah.
Because I wanted to get into voice acting as well, but I was like, where do you even begin?
I know. I met someone the other day, and she was like, "Oh, I do voice acting." I was like, You've been sent by the gods.
I need income as well.
Need you right now." Well, she was saying she does about 10 minutes of work. She gets like $3,000. So
how would it, like, again, how do you get a start on that?
I don't know. She honestly, she just said, get a reel together of different accents and impressions and what you can do with your voice, and send it off to agencies and managers and whatnot, and see what happens.
There's some terrible accents. I can literally just have my. But I feel I've been told by quite a few people that if I were to read like a book on like Audible, they would so listen to it.
I would absolutely so listen to that. You have such a soothing voice.
Thanks.
It's lovely.
I was doing my gold medal interview, and the lady who was there was like, "I feel like your voice really matches the tone of a viola," and I was like,
I hear that. That is, yeah.
Well, my vocal range is literally a viola in the first position.
Oh, really?
It's like bottom, so you just bottom C to like D.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mad.
That's nice.
That's cool. That's really cool.
Thanks.
Yeah. But I thought of another fun fact.
Go for it, please.
Kind of similar vibe to this, but I used to have a radio show.
Oh my god, I was actually going to ask you about it.
Yeah.
Sorry, yeah. Please tell the audience.
So I used to have a radio show in first year of uni. So that was 3 years ago. And it was every Sunday for an hour and a half. And it was called Roommates Mixtapes. And it was pretty much the same vibe as this. But we got to play music. So we would chat for a bit, and we would... we'd meet up and we'd kind of get a playlist together of the like shared songs, songs that I chose, songs that my guest chose, and then ones that we chose together. And we basically just waffled for about an hour and a half. And like I had a segment which was "What's your favorite thing in my room?" because it was based in my like uni hall's room. And I had loads of just interesting like things in there, but we've shared some guests. So I had Emil was my first ever one that I did. Naya, Jack Critchlow did it. We mentioned Stegs was a guest on it. I can't think who else. Neve was never actually a guest, but Neve was always there.
Wow, okay.
So I mean, I've got them all recorded and everything. They're all on Mixcloud. If you want to go and check out Mixcloud, Roommates Mixtapes.
I actually will.
You might be able to find them there. But it's hilarious. We were listening back to them the other day, just like kind of skipping through, and like without fail, every single song, every single cover that I chose for my final recital, I'd played on the radio show.
Really?
Yeah. And I was going to say that in my recital, but I got overwhelmed and forgot to say it. But now I can say it here.
Yeah.
Which
Are you
going to
bring it back?
I think I might do a revival, which would be really cool. But we'll just have to see how that goes. But it would be really, really fun.
It sounds fun.
To get that going back up again. But yeah, I mean, we would just be sat in my room with 2 pairs of headphones, 2 microphones at like 10:30 on a Sunday night. And we'd just talk and play music and just have fun. It was really, really fun. And I had listeners like in the States, and people would listen in like regularly, which was really cool.
Fun.
But yeah, Emil's dad was a big fan. I remember him saying that my dad was listening again this week. Oh, cheers.
I feel like hosting a radio show would be so fun.
Yeah, it was really, really fun. It was, well, I could, like you said, I can talk a lot, and I do talk a lot, and it was nice to kind of focus it into something and kind of have that going on. But yeah, it was lovely. It did get very intense though. Like I only actually ended up doing 9 episodes because I called them episodes as well. I only ended up doing 9 because uni life got in the way, and regular life got in the way. But now that that's done, maybe it's the resurrection. It's very symbolic. There we go.
Yeah. It is intense. I feel like even when I started this podcast, I didn't realize how intense it would be. Like it's not intense, but it's still like a lot more than you think it is.
Takes a lot of brain power and a lot of, I think, emotional energy that you don't realize, because you do get emotionally invested in it, in things. It's like, it's your baby. It's like, this is my thing that I've created. And so props to Jeanette, please, because this has been amazing that she's put all of this together and she's organized all of us. Like,
oh, thank you.
No,
so sweet.
Bro.
On that note as well, because you said you do a lot of community things.
Yes.
What kind of things
do
you do?
So when I visit home where my mum and dad are, I live in the Cotswolds, kind of. It's like just on the edge of Cotswold. I live in Dursley, which is another fun fact. So
wait, like
J.K. Rowling lived in Stroud, right? Which is that's like the main town, and then we live in like Stroud District Council. So she lived in the town of Stroud, and she hated Dursley, like the place where I live. So she named the family, the Dursleys, after the place that I live. So
great.
Take of that what you will. I mean, I will state now, I don't support J.K. Rowling in the things that she believes in. FYI. But yeah. So in Dursley, there is a lovely, lovely sense of community. Everyone, again, is just willing to help each other out. And my dad is actually pioneering the music scene, like massively in that area. And I'm also such an advocate for music education. It's such an important thing. Music can help us in all aspects of our lives, you know. Main things other than creativity and imagination is like communication, teamwork, all of this. So when my dad's out, kind of, he's doing his thing. He's like got a brass band together, so I've like conducted the brass band, but also played, because I could kind of play trumpet and kind of not really play trombone, but I kind of know what's going on. And it's like, so I'll just be like chucked in, and I'm apparently mentoring the kids, and I'm there going, how'd you play B flat? So done a lot of that, and helped around, basically music, like mostly musically, which is fab. And I'm just very here for the, you know, music education and keeping music alive in schools, because unfortunately the arts are dying, and I think we can all see that. Oh god, this is getting bloody deep.
It's going to that time of the
no. Move away.
No, it's tricky,
but it's happening, and it's important to talk about. But at the same time, it's, you know, we can do stuff about it. We can absolutely take action. And I think that, you know, it's one thing saying, oh, this should be happening, but actually doing something about it. So that's what, whenever I go home and there's an opportunity for me to help out in schools or just in little community groups, I'm here for it. I'm there.
I feel like you also give very like that kind of vibe as well. You're just like just an all-round positive person. It's just so lovely. I
believe in always looking for the positive things. Because what's the alternative to being negative about everything? And I've been there, done that, didn't get me anywhere. It's like, right, let's just be happy and kind of fake it till you make it a little bit.
But it's kind of reflected in your music, I feel like. You can feel it. It's
really strange, because a lot of the subject matter of my music is actually quite dark. I've got some songs that are written about some tough things that have gone on, but they've got this like really happy vibe behind them, and everyone's like, yeah, this is a bop, and I'm sat there like, this is about the worst breakup of my life. It's like,
but it's kind of like Gret's new album, Crying Colour. I think when she was on the podcast, she was saying something similar, like they were all very like the songs are actually about like really tough like topics, but if you're gonna cry, you might as well do it in colour, which is like Crying Colour. But I think it's always fun, like when you listen to songs, you're like, this is so fun. Then you listen to it, you're like, oh shit.
Do you ever get that? Yeah, when you've listened to a song about 5 or 6 times and you actually listen to the lyrics and then you understand the lyrics. It's like, oh, this is a different song now.
And then you're like, I get that a lot because I listen to a lot of like Korean music as well. So I'm like, yeah, this is great. And then I get the translation. I'm like, I mean, it's great, but like,
ouch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On the topic of music, though, are you gonna release anything soon?
I don't know about soon, but 100% my music will be out there at some point. I feel
I'm like waiting.
I feel like it would be a disservice to people who want it, but I would just love to get it out there. But yeah, I just need to record it all first, basically. Now that my schedule's freed up a lot because uni's done, that's going to be the main focus. So hopefully when I go back down south, hopefully some things might be coming. Just keep an eye out. Yeah. Well, I've got the album. I just need to record it.
Oh my god! And you've like worked. That's insane. That's incredible.
Exclusive.
You heard it here first. I've had so many like art wall tape exclusives. I'm so excited.
There's probably a few little like but I know what my first song is and I know what my last song is, and there's like we'll call it an Easter egg. There's like a little Easter egg that'll be at the start and the end of it.
Do you have a name for it yet at all?
I've been thinking about this. So because I was gonna record and release an EP first, and then I was like, do you know what? Sod it. Yeah. Just go for it. And the EP was going to be called Brown and Blue because in a lot of my songs there are like I say brown and blue and sing about the colors brown and blue, and they do mean something. You'll just have to figure it out for yourself, whatever you want that to be. But my EP was going to be called Brown and Blue, but I don't think I want to, because for what that was, and why that was so meaningful to me and why it was so sentimental, that's gone now. Like that doesn't exist in my being anymore. So I'm like, I don't really want to put any energy into that. I kind of want to move on. And so no, I don't have a name for it yet, but any suggestions would be great. What would you call it?
Well, I don't know.
Just Mollie Swain. Just Mollie Swain, the album.
What could we call it? Name it after your MBTI if it hasn't changed. It's just
ENFP.
ENFP.
Brilliant.
I think that was one EP that I saw recently. No, it wasn't. It was, I think it was Skabrang.
Oh yeah.
It wasn't an EP, but they were playing songs in a recital, and it was like one of them was called Latin Vibe.
Latin idea.
Yeah, Latin idea. I'm like, cool idea. And I thought
cool idea. I love that.
EP idea would be
that would be so cool. Yeah.
I always love like making these stupid names.
Do you know who I will probably get to name my album is Mary. She's so good at coming up with names. Like there's a cat that just roams her house now, like, and she named him Jeremiah, of course. Right. Like, why would you not? If that's of course what it should be called. And I've got this tattoo on my ankle here, my little lady tattoo, and she was like Athena, goddess of war and like strategy. I went, I'm here for that. So Athena, that's who she is now.
Wow.
So maybe I'll get married to name my album. Yeah. It'll just be nice that she's done it as well.
Yeah, friends as well.
Yeah.
Well, Thanks for coming on the show.
Thank
I
you
don't
for
know how
having
long
me.
I never know how long these will be.
No.
I feel like we did talk quite a bit.
Yes, you've got content.
So we'll see.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming.
No, thank you.
You are officially the last. I mean, we have Owen coming next week, but I filmed Owen last week. But you are officially the last filmed guest, but not the last one for you guys.
Yeah.
Thanks for
Showbiz.
being on the show. Maybe we can do a show swap. Maybe I'll come on if you do.
You could be the first of the resurrection of Roommates Mixtapes.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I'll whack on some Marla.
No, we'll do it. We'll put it on
The
there.
half an hour long last movement.
Yeah, we just don't have to talk. We'll just listen to this guy
and cry. Yeah.
No, fab. I've enjoyed it.
No, thanks. As usual, I'll put all of Mollie's stuff in. Do you have TikTok?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
TikTok.
TikTok.
No Spotify.
No Spotify. But
do you have YouTube? Oh, you know, I'll put your mix.
Yeah, put Mixcloud on that.
I'll put the Mixcloud instead of the Spotify.
There'll be stuff. Hopefully, there'll be a Spotify soon.
Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed.
Bye, guys. Oh, do you want to do a?
Oh yeah.
Cut?
Just cut.
Yeah.
Oh wait, I should probably say it.
I actually don't know what people have done.
Do they go?
Cut?
Do they go cut or?
I actually don't know. Do what you want.
Cut.